Good morning, children. This is me, Anjali Sharma. So, today we will start the new topic, that is estimation. If we know the meaning of estimation, it means approximation. Okay, so that estimation or estimating is the process of finding an estimate or approximation that is usual or for some purpose. So estimation involves approximating a quantity to an accuracy required something different from estimation. So estimation is an important part of mathematics. Get in the habit of estimating amount of money, duration of time, distances in many other physical quantity. So student, very simple term of estimation is rounding off. So rounding off is the key of scale for need to quickly estimate a number. You can make a larger number simple by rounding or expressing in the terms of nearest ones, tens, hundred, thousand and 10,000. So the first estimation is rounding nearest 10. So let us learn some rules for rounding of the numbers. So this is a number 63. Now I need to round it off to the nearest tens. Right, now what can be the nearest 10 of 63? 63 lies between 60 and 70. Right, or it will be either be 60 or be 70. But which one will it be, 60 or 70? So the first step, now in order to convert a number to the nearest tens, so step 1 is to convert a number nearest tens. So look at the digit in ones place. You got it? We have to look at the place of ones. So I need to look at the digit in ones place. So now the digit in ones place is 3. Now once that digit is recorded, okay, so then if the digit in ones place is 1 2 3 4, then I need to round down the number. And if the digit is ones place is 5 6 7 8 and 9, then I need to round up. So 1 2 3 4 I need to round down, and for 5 6 7 8 and 9 I need to round up. In this case I have 63, so I need to round down, right? So rounding down means the previous tens or the tens which comes before this number. So the tens which comes before this number is 60, right? So 63 rounded off to the nearest tens is 60. I need to round this number, that is 747. So I need to round it off to the nearest tens. Now I know that when I need to round off that number to the nearest 10, I need to look at the ones digit, right? So the ones digit here is 7. I also know that if the ones digit is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, I need to round up, that is to the next tens. So I need to round up. This is this number, that is to the next tens. And now what will be the next tens? Finding the next tens, I look at the tens digits, right? So here which is 4, and I increase by 1, so I make it 5. The other digit to the left remain the same, right? It means 7, and this will become 0, which is in right hand side. So because I need to round off to the next 10, so the next tens after 747 is 750. So how did I get it? Because I have 4 here, I increase by it by 1 and make it 5, and to the right of 5 is I write 0, and to the left of 5 I write whatever we have. So this is 747 rounded off to the nearest tens. Now we have learned how to round off a number to the nearest tens, right? But how can I round off a number to the nearest hundreds? This is 683. I need to round off to the nearest hundreds. Now this number lies between two hundreds. What are they? So I look at the hundreds, that is 6. So the hundreds before this will be 600, right? and the hundreds after this will be 6 plus 1, that is 700. So 683 lies between 600 and 700. Now if I round it off to the nearest hundred, what it will become? So let us see the rule. So the first step is to convert a number to the nearest hundred. Look at the digit in tens place. Okay. So now instead of ones place, I look at the digit in tens place, which is 8 here. Okay. So I look at the digit in tens place. Right. Now if the digit in tens place is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I round it down. And if it is 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, so I round it up. So in this case it is 8, right? So I need to round up to the next 100. So remember, this will become 700, right? So not just the tens digit, even the ones digit becoming 0. All the digit to the right of 100 hundreds right digit become 0. Now let us round it off to the nearest hundreds. Now because it is 100, okay, so I look at the tens digit, which is 4. So I need to round down, right? For 1, 2, 3, 4 we round down. So the hundreds below this will be 300. So 349, round off to the nearest hundred is 300. Now we have learned how to round off a number to the nearest tens and hundreds, right? Now then how can I round off a number to the nearest thousands? This is the number 2872. So I need to round off to the nearest thousands. Now this number lies between two thousands. What are they? So I look at the thousand digit, that is 2. So thousands before this will be 2000, right? And the thousand after this will be 2 plus 1, that is 3000, right? So 2872 lies between 2000 and 3000. Now if I round it up to the nearest thousand, what it will become? So let us see the rule. So the first step is look at the digit in hundreds place, right? So now instead of ones or tens place, I look at the digit in hundreds place, which is 8. Okay. So I look at the digit in hundreds place. Now if the digit is 1, 2, 3, 4, I round it down. And if the digit if it is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, so I need to round it up, right? In this case it is 8, so I need to round it up, right? So to the next thousand, so remember this will become 3000, right? And so now all the digit to the right of the thousand digit become 0. Okay. So children, what about this number? We have to round off the number to the nearest thousands, right? So 5250 lies between 5000, right, and 6000. So I need to round it down. Now I need to round it now to the next thousand, right? So I will round it off to the 5000, that is the thousand digit, which is 5, right? So the digit to the right become 0. So this becomes 5000. So the children, this is how we can round off any number to its nearest tens, hundreds and thousands. So remember, when we round off to the nearest tens, right, we look at the ones digits. So for tens, I look at the digit after that, that is ones digits. Got it? And when we round off to the nearest hundred, we look at the tens digits, right? So for hundreds, I look at the digit after that, that is tens digits. Okay. So the next is round off to the nearest tens. So when we round off to the nearest thousands, we look at the hundreds digits. So for thousands, I look at the digit after that, that is hundreds digits. This is how, when you want to round off the number to the nearest tens, hundred or thousands, you look at the next digit to the right and then round off the number. Okay? Student, you have to solve the sums at home. Okay? Estimate each of the following using general. First you solve the sums, that you will check the answer. Thank you so much, students. So the next topic is Roman numerals. So what is Roman numerals? So Roman numerals are a numeral system that originated in ancient Roman. The letters are used in combination to form other numbers. They are inheritive and subtractive systems in which letters are used to denote certain bases. So Romans have symbols representing larger numbers, and some Romans numeral and their respective values in Hindi value systems are these numbers, and using these other numbers can be represented. So how we will solve the Roman numerals? There are some basic rules which we have to follow. The first rule of Roman numeral: when a symbol appears after a larger or equal symbol, it is added. It means I have written some example. So I have underlined some letters. First is V, then I, right? So the meaning of V is 5, and the meaning of I is 1, and last the meaning of I is 1. So what it is written: when a symbol appears after a larger symbol, it is added. It means what we have to add is 5 plus 1 is equal to 7, right? So the next example, see, is L, X and X, right? So what we have to add, right? So the meaning of L is 50, the meaning of X is 10, the meaning of X is 10. So it means 50 plus 10 plus 10, what it is? 70. Got it? Our second rule is, if a symbol appears before a larger symbols, it is subtracted. Got it? What they are saying? If a number is written, the previous number is smaller than the next number, then what we have to do? We have to subtract that number. Got it? The meaning of X is 10, the meaning of L is 50. It means 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. Okay? So the next example is 1x. It means the meaning of I is 1, the meaning of X is 10. Got it? It means 10 minus 1 is 9. You got my point? Now the third rule is, if a symbol is written between two symbols of greater value, its value is subtracted from the symbol on its right. It means if two larger number is written and in the between of them, if smaller number is written, then what we will do? We will subtract from the last number, not by the first number, because this is the rule that if the smaller number is written before the number, then we will subtract from the next number, not from the very first number. So see the example. First example, L1x, right? So the meaning of L is 50, the meaning of I is 1, and the meaning of X is 10, right? So we will subtract from the last number, and if a smaller number is written before the number, we will subtract from the next number. That's why we subtract 10 minus 1. Got it? Because they are saying we have to subtract from the next number. So the 10 minus 1, 9. So 50 plus 9 is 59. Got it? So now the next is DXC. It means D is 500, X is 10, and C is 100. Same as we have to subtract from the last numbers, right? Smaller number is 10, so before the smaller number is written before the number, we will subtract from the next number. It means 100. 100 minus 10 is 90. 500 plus 90 is 590. Got it? Now there are three rules. Okay, how we have to follow these three rules. The first rule is, when a symbol appears after a larger symbol, it is added, right? If a symbol appears before a larger symbol, it is subtracted. Got it? Rule number 3, if a symbol is written between two symbols of greater value, its value is subtracted from the symbol on its right. So before we have to solve the Roman numerals, we have to learn these numbers. By the help of this, you can only solve the Roman numerals. Otherwise, you will not able to solve. First, you will learn this Roman table, then you will able to solve the Roman numerals. Now, I have given some questions for solving. Okay, so after solving the question, you will see the answer and check how much you learn and do more practice. Thank you, students. Now students, we have completed our chapters. So for your revisions, I'll recall all the questions which you have seen in your previous video. So these are the questions which I have taken for revisions. So one by one I am solving these questions. So we have to start from the first question. The first question is, write the number in expanded form. So first we see the places of all the digits, right? The 4 in 1000 place, 5 in 100 place, 9 in tens place, and 6 in ones place, right? So the place value of 4 is 4000. The place value of 5 is 500. The place value of 9 is 90, and the place value of 6 is 6. Now we have to write 4596 as the sum of the place value of the digit, that is 4596 is equal to 4000 plus 500 plus 90 and plus 6. So in this way we have to write the number in expanded form. Okay student. Now the next question. So question number 2 is, write in ascending and descending order. Okay. So now we know the meaning of ascending and descending. So ascending order means from smallest to greatest number, and descending order means from largest to smallest number. Now you can see students that you can see these numbers which we are having. We have to arrange firstly in ascending order. Okay, so let us start. So you have observed these numbers all are having 5 digits number, right? Now here we have to compare the first digit of each number. You can see all are having 1 digits, right? All are having 1 in first digit. Now we have to move to the next digit. So in the next you can see here is 2, then 6, then 6, then 1. So which one is smallest? That 1. So 1 1 8 9 7, and the next is 1 2 7 8 6, right? Now we have to move. Now these two numbers are left. Now we have to move next place. Which one? Hundreds place. So you can see here 167 and here 165. So which one is smaller? 16543, right? And the last is 16778. Got it? Now in the descending order, which one is greater? You know how to form these digits in ascending order. So we have to, in descending order, we have to order from largest to smallest. So which one is smallest? This one. 16778, then 16543, then 12786, right? And the last is 11897. So in this way we have to form the numbers in ascending and descending order. So the next question. So student, question number 3 is write the smallest and the greatest 5-digit number using these digits. So now this is the question. First we make the smallest number. Okay, so the digit is 3, 6, 7, 0 and 1. So we will not start with the 0. We already know this. So the next smallest number is 1. Okay, and smallest number is 1. Then I write 0, right? And then we will write the smallest is 3, then 6 and then 7. Okay, in this way we have to make the smallest 5-digit number using these 5 digits. So instead of writing 0 to the left, I write simply bring this 1 to the left, and all the other digits remain where they are. So got it my point? Now the next is how to make the greatest 5-digit number. So now I have start from the largest digit from these digits, right? So we have to arrange these digits in descending order. It means largest to smallest. Now 0 is the smallest, right, above all the digits. You can see, right? So the greatest digit is 7 here. So I write 7, and then 6 here. So I write 6. Then 3 here. So I write 3. Then 1 here. So I write 1. And the last is 0 here. Okay, so now you know student how we can make the smallest and greatest 5-digit number using these 5 digits. Okay, so the student, next question is question number 4. Estimate each of the following using general rule. We have to estimate these numbers. Okay, so now because it is 100, I have to look at the tens digit, which is 9 here. See here, 9. Okay, so wait a minute. This is 9. So I need to round it up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. We have to round it up. So the hundreds above, this will be, it means 400, right? So 397 round off to the nearest is 400. Now the next is same as this above one. We have to see, look at the which digits, tens digit. It means 2, right? So I need to round it down, right? Because for 1 2 3 and 4 we round it down. So the hundreds below this will be 200. So 221 round off to the nearest hundred is 200. So I hope student you understand how to estimate the numbers. Okay, so let us do the next question, which is 5. So the question number 5 is write the numeral in number form, right? So this is the Roman number. We have to solve it. How we have to write this Roman number in number form. So the first letter, it means X is, meaning is 10. The next 10, the meaning of X is 10, and the meaning of I is 1, and the next I is 1, same as, and the next I is 1. It means 10 plus 10, 20, and plus 3. So this is 23. You know the student, the first rule we have follow here, when a symbol appears after a larger or equal symbol, it is added. So we add here, right? So the next is X and V. So the meaning of X is 10 and the meaning of V is 5. It means 15. Okay,
So student, in this way we have to write the numeral in number form. Okay, I hope you have understand all these 5 questions. So do the practice of this chapter knowing our numbers. So thank you students.